Welcome students. In this video, we are going to see about your fourth exercise. Implement linear and logic regression using R language. So R language is majorly used for data analytics. So in today's world, the many company use the R language for data analytics. So we have to go through some basics of R language. So what are the basic data types? What are the functions? What are the syntax of R language? Which will be helpful you to go through this model. So before into that, I will give you a small introduction about linear and logistic regression. So the linear regression is nothing but it is a mathematical model, that is y is equal to b0 plus b1 into x plus z, nothing but y is equal to mx plus c. So we are going to predict our y variable based on your x variable. So we have to create a model to predict some response variable based on some predictor variable. So that is the motto for creating the linear model. This is called as a linear regression. So in this model, so we having this is a linear model, a simple linear model curve. So here the blue line will represent the simple linear model curve. Okay. So here the B0, which is nothing but the intercept of the regression line, which is nothing but what is your y value when your predictor variable is 0. Okay. The B1 is nothing but the slope of the regression. And here E is nothing but your error term. Okay. So this is your basic linear model. So you have to predict some response variable based on some y variable. So let's get into the program. So this is your program, a linear regression. So here I am going to read the data set for your data marketing in budget. Okay. I will show you the data set. So this is your data marketing budget 12 months. So here we having a 3 columns. Okay. Month, spend and sales. So what we have to do means we are going to predict our sales based on the spend. Okay, here our response variable is sales and we are going to predict the variable based on your spend. So in spending of 1000, how the sales is going to be increased. Spending of 9000, how is the sales? So based on that, we are giving a spend variable and we have to predict the sales. Okay, that is our motto in our program. So here, this is your data. So I am going to represent the data set by using the read.csv, nothing but is going to be read the CSV file, comma separated vector file. Okay. So having a 3 columns, 3 columns having the value, numeric value. The header value is true. Okay. Then second, I have to print the data set. Okay. So these are the data sets. So it's having 12 entries. I want to plot the data set in my plot. Okay. So this is my data set will be plot. The spend will be in x-axis and the sales will be in y-axis. So this is the formula. X is equal to spend in your data set and y is equal to sales in your data set, and your main class nothing but the linear regression model is between sales and spend. Okay. You have to identify your sales y-axis based on your spend. So this is the linear model, linear regression model. So here there is not all the points are fitted in the smooth curve. Some points are vary from the curve. Okay. So this point, these points are the just away from the fitted smooth curve. So here what we have to do means we have to create a linear model and check how it's fit to in our data. So this is a simple regression, which is nothing but we are using only one x variable to predict the response variable. Okay. We have to predict one variable for your response variable. So here we have the simple fit regression. LM is nothing but your linear regression model formula. So LM is equal to we have to predict the spend variable. So we have to predict the sales variable based on your spend variable. The data is equal to nothing but the data set. Okay, this is your y-axis sales and this is your x-axis spend. So the summary of the simple fit, which is nothing but your linear model. So run. So this is your output. So call nothing but the calling function of linear model. The formula is equal to sales between the spend and the data is equal to data sets. So here we having some residuals. Okay. So the residuals having a 5 quadrants: minimum, 1 quarter, median, 3 quarter and maximum. So here the best fit curve having a approximately equal minimum and maximum. So here it's approximately equal. Okay, the 3385 and 3034. So it is a good fit into our model. Then these are the coefficients. Okay, so the intercept value is nothing but your b0 value. Okay, in your formula we having a y is equal to b0 plus b1x. Here your b0 value is nothing but 1383.4714 and your slope value is nothing but 10.622. So what are these values? So we can write the program. I mean y is equal to b0 in plus b1 into x. Okay, we have to write the sales equation by sales is equal to here 1383.4714 into 10.622 into spend. So this is your equation. So here if you have to mention the spend, you have easily predict the sales variable. Okay. So here the 1383 will specify when your spend value is 0. So what is your sales? Okay, when your spend value is 0, then your sales value is nothing but 1383. So here the slope value is nothing but 10.622 is nothing but. So what is the amount of proportion of spend will imply on your sales? Okay, if your spend value is increasing 1 time, then your sales is going to be increasing in 10 times. So that will be shown here. So there is a changes in your spend, how it's going to be reflected on your sales. The spend in 1 time will reflect 10 times of your sales. Okay, that can be easily identified from this. Here there is a 9,000, then it's a sales going to be 10 times 94,000. Here where sales in 11,000, it's going to be multiplied 10 times, nothing but 1,18,000. So that is going to be shown how your x variable is varying depend on your y variable. Okay, so y variable is depends on the x variable. If the x variable is nothing but your spend is reflecting 10 times of your sales. So there is a good relation between the y and x. So there is a significant model having a good relationship between your predictor variable and your response variable. So it's kind of a good predicting model. So how we say the particular model is good or not? So this is based on your 3 values. One nothing but your residual standard error, your multiple r squared and adjusted r squared, and f static. So these are the 3 variable should say whether your model is going to be good or not. So here I will explain the first residual standard error, which is nothing but the average variation of observation point from the fitted regression line. Okay, so what is the difference between the fitted line and your original point? So that is the residual error. This will be considered the variation in your output. Your variation may be 1000 means, so what is the variation? The output is 1000. So what kind of variation is possible in your output? From if the residual error is 100, then it is going to be variation from plus 100 to minus 100. Okay, that is the concept in your residual standard error. So in your best fit model, the residual error is going to be close to 0. then it is going to be called as a very better regression model. Then second one is a multiple R square. So this will be show the varies between 0 to 1. Okay, so it will explain if the value is 0, then it will not explain as much variability in model. Okay, if it is 1, then it's a large proportion of the variability explained by the module, which means if the variable of residual error is close to 1, then it is going to be give the output, variable output based on your input. If it is not 1, then there is not much variability in output based on that your model. So in your good fit model, the residual error is high as possible. Like it varies between 0 to 1, it's high as possible. So the higher value, it's going to be a good model. Second one is the F static value. So this is the same as that. So the F static should be in higher as possible. This is says the overall significance of the model. So how the model is significant to and how it's going to be fit in your data. So here this is the model. So based on that, you have to predict your sales based on your spend. So they having a better relationship between your spend and sales variable. Okay, so this is a simple fit. Second one is nothing but the multi-fit, nothing but we are creating a same linear regression model, but here we are using the two predictor variable. One is a spend, another one is a month. So based on that spend and month, how is going to be changed. Okay, so this is your multi-fit regression model. So call is nothing but formula. We have to put x-axis spend plus month from the data set. Okay, so here we are going to be predicting the sales variable based on two predictor variables, spend and month. So comparatively, the median is close to 0, so it's going to be a better model compared to your previous a simple fit regression. So this is the intercept, this is spend, this is the month. Okay, how the spend is going to be impact on your sales value and how is month is going to be impact on your sales value. So that's all. The second is nothing but your logistic regression. So I will give you a small introduction about the logistic regression. So this is your logistic regression. So the linear model, the linear regression is best fit for your continuous variable. If suppose your predictor variable is a categorical variable, then the linear model is not work. Then we have move for a logistic regression. So I will give you a small example. What is a linear regression and what is a logistic regression? So if you have to identify the response variable in terms of quantity, like how much, like that we are using the linear regression. If suppose your response variable is going to be answer on a binomial, true or false, zeros or 1, then your linear regression is not answer the question. Then we are move for logistic regression. So the logistic regression will predict the response variable in a categorical value, like a zeros and ones, true or false. For example, so based on the data, you have to predict a particular startup company is going to be get profit in future or not. So this is like a binomial answer, like whether it is going to be profit or not profit. Okay, so this type of answers is going to be getting from your logistic regression. So you can predict how much profit is going to be getting in future. That we are using the linear model. But if the response variable is a categorical, then we are moving for the logistic regression. So this is the mathematical formula for your logistic regression. Y is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus exponential power a plus b1 into x, b2 into x. So the following is the description of the parameter used. Here y is your response variable, x is your predictor variable, a and b are the coefficient of the numeric constant. So here we are using the GLM, nothing but general linear model function for creating the logistic regression. So just go to the OR library and consider. So here we are using the default dataset empty cars. So just go and print. So this is your default data package in your R language. You can use this for your data analytics purpose. So the empty cars having this, having this much of informations. Okay. So wait, I will show you the data set for the empty cars. So this is your empty cost data. So it's having a 32 entries and 11 total columns. Okay, MPG, CYCL, DSP. These are the column variables, and these are the your record. So what you have to do means here you are going to be identifying AM nothing but manual or auto. So this is a categorical variable. Okay, zeros and ones. So the value of the AM is nothing but zeros and ones. So you have to identify whether based on that particular data, you have to identify whether the particular car is automatic or manual. So then we have to create the logistic regression model. So wait. So we are going to be choosing the 4 columns. Okay, like this is your output variable, your response variable AM, automatic or manual. So CYL, cylindrical, horsepower and weight. So these are the your predictor variable. So based on this predictor variable, it's going to be predicting whether a particular car is automatic or manual. So I am only taken the 4 columns. So the head of the input will print the first 4 or 5 rows of your data. So this is our data. Then I am going to creating the logistic regression model. So the formula is nothing but I am going to predict in the AM column based on that cylindrical plus horsepower plus weight. Your data is nothing but your input is your data. The family is nothing but binomial. So the print summary of AM.data, nothing but your logistic regression model. So this is your summary. We are calling the function formula is equal to, this is our function. You can again check it that whether you're going to give a correct formula or not. So these are the same. Here the intercept variable. Okay. So 19.7072. So these are the individual significance of the each column to a particular response variable. So CYL, HP and WT. So here the cylinder and horsepower is not as much as impact on your Y variable, but the weight has a good impact on your Y variable. So here the significance code, the 1, which is nothing but your weight having a well impact on your Y model. So based on that, if your Y is varies, that having a huge impact on your response variable. So the linear and logistic regression, which is very useful in your data analytics to predicting the response variable based on your Y variable. So you're having a lot of data sets. So based on the lot of a training model, you can having a good linear model and logistic regression model to predict your future value. So this will be very helpful in data analytics to predicting the future value based on your data set. So I hope this will be very interesting. It will be more helpful to you. So thank you.